Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton have moved further ahead in the U.S. primaries. Mr. Trump took 5 states on Tuesday, giving the Republican frontrunner extra momentum over Ted Cruz. Clinton scored 4 out of 5, furthering her lead over her Democratic rival Bernie Sanders. Staying with that story, joining us here in the studio, Jocelyn Sage-Mitchell, assistant professor at Northwestern University in Qatar, here in Doha. Less than a year ago, Donald Trump hadn't even engaged with politics, local politics, let alone presidential politics. How's he managing it?
Well, it depends on who you talk to, how he's managing it. But how did we get here is what you're really asking. Donald Trump is tapping into the Republican Party at the exact moment in time when the party is splitting apart. You can almost imagine that this is like a supernova explosion of many different forces that the Republican Party has tried to hold together for many years. And at this point, it has no say in who's going to be the nominee. It's just Donald Trump is taking some libertarian, some Tea Party, some angry person vote, and it's all just blowing up in their faces at this point.
People who like him and people who rate him and support him are saying, look, he is listening to both halves of the Republican Party, Republicans who are voting for him so far, and the old-fashioned GOP, and yet I think it's gone viral. We might just be about to see it on the pictures we're playing. Mary Christie at one point, when he starts talking about Hillary Clinton as only being there because she's a woman, Mary Christie rolls her eyes. She's very, very obviously ticked off. And yet, despite the fact that he's playing to both Republican agendas, there's something up here with the guy. He can't stop himself.
I did think it was funny how just recently in the New York Times there was an article about Trump is now going to reposition himself to be more presidential, hold himself back. And the very next day there was an article that said Trump says he's not going to hold himself back. He's not. So he doesn't even have the same mindset from day to day.
If it does come down to being Trump versus Clinton after the party conventions, that surely will be a brutal, vicious campaign, not least because of what he's been saying about Mrs. Clinton.
I think that Hillary has handled much worse throughout her life. I don't think that Trump scares her in the slightest. I think that she is ready for this fight. Having somebody who is so blatantly awful as Trump is probably actually going to be quite helpful for her. Her favorable ratings are higher than his. I think she's going to be able to handle him quite well.
Jocelyn Sage-Mitchell, thank you very much.
Thanks.